Okay, Shabab. Today we are going to start with the grammar section on page 56. Before we start with the lesson, just we want to revise you with the previous lesson. Here, just I think we talked about the vocabulary here. Just we want to match. What do you think? What can you see in the picture?
Can I answer?
Can I?
Yes, Ibrahim Mansour.
A train.
Train, or we have another name for the train.
Locomotive.
Locomotive. Good. Locomotive. Yes.
So, can I answer?
What about the second? Who wants to do it? Ubada.
Tornado.
Yes, tornado. Good. Tornado. Next. Let me choose. Mustafa.
Can I?
Mustafa. Mustafa.
Volcano.
Yes, this is, volcano. Good. What about the next? Let me. Yes, Ahmed Al-Hurani.
Yes, Mr. Crater.
It's crater. Good. Crater. Good. And the last one.
Teacher, can I answer?
Mustafa Alloush, are you here?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Bull.
Good. Ball. So I think we studied, the vocabulary yesterday. Now we are going, sorry. Now we are going to start with the grammar section on page 56. Here we are going to talk about, the past perfect to indicate an action. Then we want to use must to assure an information. Also to use cannot, couldn't to negate a statement. To use may, might, could, correctly for possibilities. Look at your books on page 56. Now look at the title. Here we are going to have an idea about, the past perfect. Who can read the explanation?
Can
Who
I?
can read the explanation? Yes, Diya.
Past perfect tense. Use the past perfect tense had plus past participle to indicate an action that happened before another action in the past. When we arrived at the airport, our flight had already left. They couldn't get in the house because they had forgotten the key.
Good, thank you. You realize that here we have two sentences in each, two actions. Look at the past perfect using had plus past participle used to indicate an action that happened before another action in the past. Look at the first example. When we arrived at the airport, our flight had already left. Now, how many actions do we have in this sentence? How many actions? Anwar? How many actions? How many actions do we have?
We have 3 actions.
We have 2 actions. Now, you realize that these 2 actions happened, in the past. Both of the 2 actions happened in the past. But one happened before the other. Now, which one happened before the other? Which action happened first? In the sentence here.
Can I say, Mr.?
Yes.
That the flight has left before they arrived.
Good. Good. This is, the first action which happened in the past. First, the flight had left. Then, this is the second action. Then we arrived. So both of them happened in the past, but one happened before the other. you know, the action which happened first takes, you know, the past perfect form. The action which happened second takes, you know, the simple past form. Is it clear? And then again, here we have two actions. One happened before the other. You know, the action which happened first must take, you know, the past participle form. And the second action must take the simple past. Okay, read the second example. Adnan, read the second example.
Can
They couldn't get in the house because they had forgotten the key.
Good. Now, where is the first action here?
They forgot the key.
Yes, they forgot the key. This is the first action. Happened in the past. Then they tried to what? To enter
Get in
the
the
house, but
They couldn't.
they couldn't. This is the second action. And both of them happened where? Where did they happen?
The same place, the house.
In the past. When did they happen? In the past. Good. Now, if you want to make a question, just we remove had at the beginning, so it will be what a yes, no question. Had he been there before? Yes, he had. No, he hadn't, and so on. Now, also, we can take, you know, we can make the contraction with all of the pronouns. Okay, so this is about the definition of the past perfect. Again, if you want to form the past perfect, start with the subject. Had plus past participle. I had eaten my breakfast before I went to school. You realize here we have two actions. First, I ate my breakfast,
Sir?
then, yes.
I ate my breakfast, then went to school.
Good. So here we have two actions.
The first
Both
one
of
is
them
eating.
happened in the past. First, you know, I had eaten my breakfast. And you know, the action which happened first must take the past perfect. Then I went to school. Here we have to use the simple past. And you realize both of them happened where? Before now, in the past.
And before the present.
Yes. Negative form using not. Look here. Subject plus had, not plus, you know, past participle. He had studied hard. He didn't study hard. If you want to make yes, no question, just we change the order of the sentence. Start with had. He had studied hard. Had he studied hard? Yes, he had. No, he hadn't. You know, the expressions or the time expressions that we use with the past perfect, like already, never, before, after, just, etc. These the time expressions that we use with by the time. What does it mean by the time? By the time means before. By the time means before. Okay, now we have another idea, another structure that we are going to talk using can't, could, couldn't, must, may, or might. Who can read about, you know, the
I start?
models? Yes.
Yeah.
Read.
Me,
Who's read?
me,
Yes.
I?
Yeah.
You use can't, must, may, or might to make supposition,
Suppositions, yes.
to speculate about something
Yes.
and to draw a conclusion. Use
Good. Use must to say we are sure.
use must to say we are sure of something. Use can't or could not to say that we think something is impossible. Use may, might, or could to say that something is possible.
Good. So we use these models for making, you know, suppositions, to speculate about something and, you know, to draw conclusions, to speculate, to guess, to predict. So if you want to make predictions or, you know, guessing about something and, you know, make, let us say, conclusions or decisions, Here we have different ideas. So we use must if you want to say that we are sure for something. Cannot or couldn't used when we think, that something is impossible to happen. Use may, might, or could to say that something is what possible. Here we have examples. Look at the example. Must to say we are sure of something. Who can read the example?
Can I?
Yes, Dia.
He must live near here because he always walks to work.
Good. He must live near here. So we are sure that he lives here, near here. Why? Because he always walks to work. So it means that he is near or nearby. Okay. The second, can't, couldn't, to say that we think something is impossible. Who can read the example?
Sir, can I read?
Yes, Ibrahim.
Okay. Can't, couldn't. It can't be far now. We've been driving for hours.
Good. It cannot be far now. Why? Because we have been driving for hours. So it means that we are close. Good. May, might, could, to say that something is possible. Who can read the example?
Can I read?
Yes, Anwar.
Okay. She's not here yet. She might have been stuck in the traffic.
Good. She's not here yet. Maybe we predict that she might have been stuck in traffic. Good. Now here we have a present form and past form with the models. Who can read about the present? Adnan?
Can I?
Okay. It can't be a balloon. Balloons aren't shaped like that. It might be a glider, but gliders don't fly vertically. It must be a helicopter.
Good.
So I read the past?
What about the past? Who can read about the past?
Can I read it?
Yes, Dia.
Past, it couldn't have been a balloon. Balloons aren't shaped like that. It might have been a glider, but gliders don't fly vertically. It must have been a helicopter.
Good. Can't, might, must, couldn't, might, must. Now here we have the present form. Subject plus, the model verb and the main verb. Your team has won. You must be very happy. Must be. He might go to the party. Yes.
Can I read?
Read.
Okay. The example?
Yeah.
Okay. Your team has won. You must be very happy. He might go to the party.
Good. Now read about the negative.
S, the subject.
Yeah. Subject. Model
Plus
verb.
the model verb.
Yes.
Plus not. And the main verb.
Read the example.
He might not go to the party.
Good. About the past. Anwar. Read
Okay,
the
yes.
form
Um,
and read
S,
the example.
form S plus model verb plus have plus verb 3 past participle. Example, he must have been sick.
Good. He must have been sick. She might. Read again the second example.
Okay, she might have been at home.
Good. About the negative form, subject plus the model verb plus what not and the main verb. Yes, they read the example.
She might not have been at home.
Good. Okay, now move to the first exercise on page 56. Here we are going
Can I
to
solve?
do the answers about, the past, perfect and simple past. Be careful with after. After must be followed by past perfect, preceded by simple past. Before must be followed by simple past, preceded by present, followed by, simple past, preceded by past perfect. Number one.
Can I?
Asaf.
I felt much better after I saw the results of my test.
Good. I felt much better after I had seen the results of my test. Good. Here we have two actions. One of them happened before the other. When I, first I saw the results, then I felt much better.
Yes, for number 2.
Can I continue?
Yes, Anwar, number 2.
Okay. It had been raining, but by the time we arrived, the rain had stopped.
Good. It had been raining, but by the time we arrived, by the time means before. By the time we arrived, the rain had stopped. Good.
Can I solve number 3?
Ubada?
Yes, mister.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs had been
extinct.
Had been extinct for millions of years before the first humans appeared.
Good. Dinosaur had been, extinct. First, dinosaur had been extinct. Then the first humans appeared. Good. Number 4.
Can I solve?
Ali Shurman.
Yes.
Ali?
I had never traveled outside my country until I went to Disney World last summer.
Good. I had never traveled outside my country until I went to Disney World last summer. Good. Number 5. Yes, yeah. Ibrahim Mansour.
Wanted to get a picture of the meteorite, but when we arrived, the police already took it away.
Had already taken it away. Good. We wanted to get a picture of a meteorite, but when we arrived, first, the police had taken, the meteorite away. Then we arrived. So here we have two actions happened in the past. Number 6.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I?
Solve?
Yes, Adnan.
Okay. Do you hear me, mister?
Adnan.
Hello? Mister, do you hear me?
Adnan, do you hear me? Number 6.
Hello?
He's talking.
Adnan is talking. Can
Yes.
you hear him?
Anwar.
Mister, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, my microphone had a problem with it before. I can solve it.
Okay.
No, Your Honor, I had never seen that man before the night he broke into my apartment.
Good. I had never seen that man before the night he broke into my apartment. Okay, now you're in your book, on page 57. On page 57. 1 minute. 1 minute, please.
Hello, Ustad.
Yes, Abdullah.
I thought there is a problem.
Just 1 minute to share, the to share. Okay. Complete the sentences using can't, must, or might. Number 1.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I solve?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Complete the sentences using can't, must, or might. You haven't eaten all day. You must be starving.
Good. You must. Number 2.
Can I solve?
Ibrahim and Mansour. Yalla Ibrahim. Pat is joking. Yes. Adnan.
Can I solve?
Adnan.
Okay. Yes, sir. Pat's joking. She can't be serious.
Good. She can't be serious. Good. Number 3.
Sir, can I?
Can I?
Yes.
Listen. Meet it.
Okay.
Ahmed has been studying all afternoon. He must be tired by now.
Good. He must be tired by now. Good. Next.
Can I solve?
Yalla Ibrahim.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure if the way there. Let's ask my father. He might drive us there.
Good, because he is not sure. He's
Yes.
not sure. We use might. Yes.
So, can I answer number 5?
Can I answer the next?
Yalla Anwar.
Okay. I can't find my keys anywhere. I must have lost them.
Yes, I must have lost them. The last. Ahmed Al-Hurani.
Can I?
Ahmed
Yes,
Al-Hurani.
mister.
Yes.
Who is at the door? It must be Miriam. She's abroad with her parents.
It must be, or it can't.
It might be.
It can't, because she's abroad with her parents. It's impossible to be Maryam. Okay?
Yes.
It can't be Maryam because she is abroad with her. Who is at that? Who is, at the door? It cannot be Maryam. She's abroad with her parents. I know that she is abroad with her parents. She cannot. Good. Now move to the next. Look at the pictures and explain what you think must have happened, might have happened, and could have happened. He must have slept late. He might have forgotten to sit. This is about the first picture. Now, what about, the second? Who can read about the first picture? Something must have scared the girl. Yes. Yes, Ubada. Ubada, read about, the first picture.
Okay. We must have slept late. We might have
about the first picture. Number one here. Something must have scared.
Something must have scared the girl. The girl might have hurt herself. The girl could be hurt.
Good. So this is about, the first picture. Something must have scared the girl. The girl might have hurt herself. The girl could be hurt. Now, so this is about, the first picture. The second. What do you think? Yes.
I think the man must have heard some good news. The man
might have heard a funny joke. The man could have
great on his test.
On his test. Good, yeah, Malik. Now, what about, the third one? Look at the picture. The man who can read. Yes, yeah. Anwar.
Anwar.
Okay. The man must have tripped on something and fallen. The man might have fallen while he was running. The man could have slipped on some water.
Good. The last, look at the picture and yes. Ibrahim, Mansour, read about the fourth picture.
The boy must have seen a ghost. There could be an earthquake. The boy might have seen a horror film.
Good. Okay, so this is about, the structures. Now here we have a homework. Go to your homeworks.